Ms. Hincapié, among many limitations in life is my inability to glean other people's motives or be able to read their minds. I could have sworn in response to a question you received from Mr. Cohen, you suggested race was the basis for why we may have this constitutional perspective. Did I understand you correctly?
I believe I was responding to the question about is there an explanation about why?
Well, let me offer another explanation to you, okay? Not a single Republican who is here right now ever served under a Republican president. Not one. So I hope I do live long enough to hold a Republican president to the exact same standard that I'm holding this one. But for you to run to race as the explanation for why we hold the position that we do, Harry Reid had a very different perspective on recess appointments when there was a Texan in the White House, and none of us accused him of geographic discrimination. In fact, hell, for that matter, Senator Obama had a different perspective on executive overreach than President Obama, and nobody runs to race as an explanation for that. So I would just caution you to be careful when you try to import motives to people. With that, what are the limits of prosecutorial discretion?
So among the limits of prosecutorial discretion is that the president must comply with existing statutes such as the appropriations. So the president can't simply stop deporting everybody. And in fact, what they've done here is they've listed new priorities.
So he can't stop deporting everybody. Well, I mean, what are the limits? So as long as he deports one person, then that's a proper exercise of prosecutorial discretion?
No, under the current appropriations, I'm
not talking about appropriations. I'm talking about the constitutional doctrine of prosecutorial discretion, which if you marry up with the pardon clause, means you don't have to enforce it, and if they do break it, you can pardon them for it.
Right, so under the constitutional doctrine, we should take two pieces. One is you've got the take care clause, which says that the president must take care to enforce the laws.
Ms. Hincapié, your answer is much more complex than my question. What are the limits of the doctrine of prosecutorial discretion?
The limits are that the president must enforce the laws based on statute. So one is...
I thought he just announced he wasn't going to do that he was carving out categories and exceptions.
No, he is not stopping. He's not saying that he is not going to enforce the law whatsoever vis-a-vis those individuals. He is saying he is creating a program by which individuals can come forward if they meet certain criteria, and they will be held accountable to apply, pay a fee, pass a criminal background check.
But that's not the current law, right?
That is what is possible under deferred action, and that is what he has developed.